Hello, hello, and welcome back everyone to part 7, I believe, of playtesting my Bloodborne tabletop RPG. Today, our characters will be challenging the blood-starved beast, as you can easily see. Since last time, our characters didn't get a level up, but for their exploits in the last battle, all of them received a Carol rune to equip. Gurman received the clockwise metamorphosis rune, which basically gives him +1 to vitality and 6 HP. Mainly because since he is already at 3 beasthood, he needs some protection. He can take a lot of damage very quickly. Hopefully the rune will mitigate that a little bit. Gascoigne got himself the Lake rune, which in the video game, of course, gives him, or would give him, some defense, some flat defense boost. However, in this game, it allows him to nullify damage from one attack, but only once until he returns to the Hunter's Dream. And Eileen and Brador both got the same rune, which I called Bloodlust. That is, of course, not a Carol rune that exists in the actual video game. I made it up for the tabletop RPG. It basically gives them advantage on their weapon attacks. Since both of them use a D4 for their weapon attacks, they have a good chance of missing, and that will hopefully be mitigated by the Carol rune. Okay, well, that's all for the setup. I already rolled initiative for the Bloodstarved Beast. As you can see, it will act on tick 6. Let's see how our character's gonna do. First of all, Gurman, who has, I always forget, an endurance of 0. He will act on tick 5. Second, Eileen, who will act on... oh wait, that's not 0, that's a 10. So she will only act with endurance +2 on tick 8. Next up is Gascoigne with his endurance of +2 as well, and he will get to act the first tick. And last is Brador, who has an endurance of +1 and also rolled a 10, so he will act on tick 9. Well, could have rolled better, I guess. Anyways, first up is Gascoigne, which is very, very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I think he will try to approach the Bloodstarved Beast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is essentially the most tanky of our characters, I believe, so he should be the one to engage the beast. Second up, Gurman. What would Gurman do? Well, I guess he would stay behind Gascoigne. 1, 2, 3, 5. He will try to 1, 2, 3. He will try to hit the beast with his scythe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that lands on it. Tick 10. So the Bloodstarved Beast is in, or from its point of view, 1v1 with Gascoigne. I guess it will just simply start with a normal swipe attack. That will deal 1d6 plus 3 damage. It lands. It does land, so that's 5 points of damage at 4 ticks cooldown. Now, will Gascoigne take the damage? I believe he will take the damage. He has a Beasthood 1. He would usually mitigate one of the damage through his armor, but, well, I guess the Beasthood cancels that out. So 2 plus 3 is 5. He remains at 11 HP. And it will be his turn next, and he will start a charge attack with his Hunter Axe. Charging the attack will take 2 ticks. Next up will be Eileen, who also needs to get close to the BSB. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't get quite as close. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. 14? Then let's have... Yeah, well, Gascoigne will act first since he has the higher endurance. He will try to attack the BSB with the hatchet form of his... Oh, would he use the hatchet? Well, he's gonna use the hatchet now. His allies are way too close. Anyways. So he will attack the BSB with his hatchet form. That's a D10. That's a 7. Plus 3. Actually, yeah, plus 3 from his strength. Plus another 3. Since he used a charge attack that doubles the, well, strength bonus to the attack. So 7 plus 6 is 13 points of damage. The BSB has 1 armor against all physical damage. So that is 15 damage in total. Very easy to calculate, leaving it at 120 HP. But the BSB will be staggered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Setting it back 5 ticks. And Gascoigne, of course, will be set back 8 ticks, I believe. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. Good. Next up will be Brador. Will he get close? 1, 2, 3, 5. I guess he will. He will mainly be using his one-handed Bloodletter, which is obviously not optimal in terms of his, well, close-up damage, but then he can use the Hunter Pistol to hopefully get some parries against the BSB. Yeah, so 6 ticks, bring him at 50. And then it will be Gurman's turn again, who will try to attack the BSB with his scythe. And he misses. Well, that's unfortunate. That could have dealt a lot of damage. The cooldown on the scythe is 9 ticks. That will leave him at... Okay, well, Eileen is next. Getting close. Now that she's in range. Let's adjudicate her attack first as well. Yeah, the BSB doesn't have that much endurance, so let's just let Eileen attack first. That wouldn't miss, but she gets another try thanks to her Carol rune. And that's a 2 plus 3, so 5 minus 1, 4 points of damage from the Blade of Mercy. Leaving the BSB at 116 points of damage. And pushing her back for 1, 2, 4. Next up will be Brador or the BSB. Let's get Brador to move ahead first. And then the BSB will try to execute a lunging swipe at German. Or... Actually, no, it will try to do a lunging bite attack. With this attack, it can basically jump around and bite German. The bite will deal 1d8 plus 3 points of damage, so 6. Plus German plus 3 from the from German's beasthood, so 6 plus 3 is 9. That's a lot of damage. And German will also have to roll a DC 10 resistance check. Let's see. He does have advantage due to his rune. I don't think that. But that is a 9. Let's see. What's his modifier? Should be positive, right? 9 plus 1. Ooh. Well, that is enough, but just barely to avoid being poisoned. Oh, poisoned. Which would be quite detrimental to our characters, since it doubles all damage they will receive going forward, until the poison is healed. But each of them got an antidote for their last battle as well. I guess they found it in old yarn. So it wouldn't be essentially the end of the world, but it would be very bad to get poisoned. 1, 2, 3. And now I realize I forgot to have Brador carry the attack. Oh well. Sorry, German. 1, 2. Brador will approach. 1, 2. Leaving Gascoigne up next. 2. He will also get close. 1, 2. Stacking everyone on tick 19. Well, let's allow Brador to attack. He basically is just wielding a club right now. Ooh, but he does get a crit, so let's roll again. 6 plus 3 plus 1. That's 10 points of damage, minus 1 from the armor of the BSB. So 9. Leaving the BSB at 107 HP. And pushing Brador back 5 ticks, I believe. Yes, 5 ticks. He's on tick 18. So he will get his next action on 3. He should have parried the last attack of the Bloodstaff Beast. Oh well. My bad for forgetting. So, everyone else on tick 19. Who has the highest endurance? I believe that would be Gascoigne or Eileen. They both have plus 2 endurance. So I don't think it would be smart for Gascoigne to start a charge attack, since the Bloodstaff Beast is likely to just dash away out of his range. So he will simply attack with his hatchet. And that's 7 plus 3. 10 points of damage, minus 1 is 9, so we end up at 98 HP for the Bloodstaff Beast. And we will push back Gascoigne a total of 8 ticks. So on tick 7. Next up will be Eileen, who basically only has... Oh wait, she's not in range now that I look. 1, 2... Where is it standing exactly? Yeah, right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and Gurman could have tried to dodge. What the hell? Why did I let Gurman just take the damage? Silly me. I guess I am secretly on the side of the Bloodstaff Beast. Oh well. And then it would be Gurman's or the Bloodstaff Beast's turn. I will allow the Bloodstaff Beast first. And it can... Actually? Yeah, it will use its lunging swipe, which is not quite as strong as the bite attack, but it allows the beast to attack here and then dash further away. It will try to lunging swipe Gurman. 1d6. That's a 4. So that would hit. Braidor this time will try to parry the attack. Rolling a... No! God damn it, I reset the scale. Okay, that doesn't count the roll. 1, 2. Should be about correct. Okay. Roll that twice. Ooh, that's a crit. Yeah, well, we're going with the crit. Okay. He lands his shot. Now let's see if he can parry. Oh. We'll need a 14 to parry. But even with advantage... Even with advantage, his skill to parry is just +1. He will not manage to parry the attack of the Bloodstaff Beast. But he will deal 5 points of damage, which will not be mitigated. Leaving the Bloodstaff Beast at 93 HP and push him back 3 ticks. 1, 2, 3. Well, that leaves Gurman trying to dodge. Did I try to dodge with Gurman? 6 or 4. Oh boy, that's not... Those aren't great rolls. Yeah, no, he will not be able to dodge. Does a +3. Ends up at a 9. Yeah, he will take the damage. So 4 plus 3 is 7. Plus 3 from the beasthood is 10. Minus 1 is 9, which I believe leaves him at exactly 1 HP. Is he a lucky bastard? Maybe. It will push the BSB back 4 ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Gascoigne 3, Gurman 3. 1, 2, 3, since he dodged. And the Bloodstaff Beast can dash up to 30 feet. And yes, it ignores the path being blocked. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, doesn't get to dash exactly 30 feet, but to the end of the arena, basically. Good. Next up in the turn order will be Gurman and Eileen. Gurman will first of all use a blood vial. 2. His current vitality is +2 due to the rune. So he gets to roll 3d4, each +1, and add those rolls to his HP. First roll, that's a 2, so 3 plus 3 plus 2, so 8. He will heal 8 HP, leaving him at 9. Next up, Eileen. She would need to approach. Yeah, I mean, not too much more she can do. She could take out her weapon, or her gun, I suppose. But, Bloodstarved Beast with only one target in front of it. Wait, no, it lost more than 40 HP, which means it can use its Toxic Discharge ability. And it will deal 1d10 blood damage to basically everyone within 30 feet. Oh, that is honestly a massive range. I should reduce that. Everyone in 30 feet. Jesus. Yeah, I should reduce that to like 10 or 15. Well, all of them will take the damage now, but I will later reduce that. Yeah, so that's 8. 8 damage to everyone. They can of course try to dodge, but it is not parryable. So, yeah, Gurman, try to dodge. He will manage to dodge the attack. Next up, Eileen, try to dodge, but it will push him back 3 takes 1, 2, 3. That is not enough. She will need a 14. Eileen will not be able to dodge the attack one. So she will take 8 points of damage. Ouch. Next up is Rador trying to dodge. Oh yeah, no. Actually, he probably should have just taken the damage. Well, too late now. And last one is Gascoigne. That's a 5, and that's a 13. The 13 will be enough to dodge the attack. And the Toxic Discharge will set the Bloodstarved Beast back 15 ticks. So he's on tick 3, so he will end up at tick 8. Good. Oh yeah. Who took the damage? Brador took the damage, Eileen took the damage, so they also need to roll a resistance check. Eileen will fail the resistance check, and Gascoigne will manage it, so Eileen is slow poisoned. Which basically means she will take double the damage for the rest of the fight. Good. Or bad. I guess mostly bad. 1, 2, 3. But Gurman is in the perfect position to use his scythe now. He just needs to not roll a 1. That's a 2. Not great, but it lands. That allows him to roll a d6 in addition, and that's right. Roll that again. So 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 6 is 10, plus 3 from his beasthood is 13, plus 3 from his skill is 16 points of damage, minus 1 with the armor, so 15. That is 88, 87, 78 HP that remain for the Bloodstarved Beast. And that will set him back 9 ticks. Tick 7, so he will end up at tick 16. Eileen will drink a blood vial, which will heal her for 2 plus 1, so 3 points of damage. Not great, leaving her at 5. 1, 2, and afterwards she will take an antidote, I suppose. Next up is Brador. Brador needs to get close to... Eileen again will take the antidote, which will take 4 ticks. 1, 2, 4. But no one will stop her, so let's remove the condition right now. And next up is Gascoigne in 1, 2. I should have transformed his weapon. I'm making a lot of mistakes, I realize. Anyways, he moved 2 spaces. 1, 2. So Brador gets to attack first of the 3. That's a crit. 6 plus 1 plus 3 is 10. Minus 1 is 9 points damage. So that is 69. Nice HP that remain. And 5 ticks cooldown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the next to act will be Gascoigne. He will charge his attack. And let's resolve it immediately. That is a 2. Not great, but he gets +6 from his strength and the charged attacks. So we are at 8 minus 1, 7 points of damage that the BSB will take. And more importantly, it will be staggered, setting it back 5 ticks. And Gascoigne himself will be set back 8 ticks. And then it is Eileen's turn again. If she is hit by an attack of the Bloodstuff, she will most likely die. She will try to heal. Oh wow, that's only 2 HP restores. Jesus. 1, 2. Let's give her the first move. And this time she will try to attack with her Blade of Mercy. That is a 2 that will hit. And the 1 is worse, so let's take the 2. That's 5 points of damage. 1, 4. The Bloodstaff Beast will take. -1 is 4, so we are at 15. Next up, Brador again. He doesn't really want to transform his weapon. Fortunately, it's not that special when it's not transformed. Well, anyways, 2 plus 1 is 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ticks. He will be set back. -1 leaves the 2, 56. And next up, Gurman, and he of course is in the perfect position to deal devastating damage with his scythe. Don't roll a 1, that's a 4, not bad. That gets an additional d6. Another 4, that's 8 plus 3 from his skill, leaves it at 11. -1 from the armor, plus 3 from his beasthood. So 13 points of damage. 43. The Bloodstaff Beast is taking quite a beating. And 9 ticks cooldown. So we are at 16. So we end up at a 4. And Eileen will get another move. Attacking with her Blade of Mercy. That would miss. But that will miss, I suppose. 12.5% chance for that happening. 1, 2, 3. Will only be pushed back 3 ticks, as she is continuously attacking now. So, Brador misses. Fortunate. Tick 6. Gascoigne. He would love to charge the attack, but we can probably guess the BSB will be gone by then. So he will simply normally attack. He has been doing quite well. Well, 7 points of damage minus 37 for the Bloodstaff Beast. And that was, I always forget, 8 for him. Eileen, it will be Eileen's turn next. That is a 3 that will hit. Well, it will hit. 3 plus 3 is 6. 2 ticks, she is back. 6 minus 1, so 5, so 32 HP of Beast. Whose turn it will be now? Well, what will it do? The bite does deal a little more damage, so I suppose it will jump behind Gurman. Teleports behind him. Nothing personnel, kid. And Shadow the Hedgehog rolls a d8. That's only 2. Good. Brador will try to parry the attack for Gurman. See if he can... Oh, he will crit with his gunshot again. Let's see if he can actually roll the parry this time. Yes, he actually does manage to parry the Bloodstaff Beast. Oh, get a reroll, or not a reroll, but an additional roll. So 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 1, so 7 points of blood damage, and those are used. 32 minus 7 is 25. 25 HP remaining. 1. And the BSB's attack does take 4 ticks. 1, 2, 4. And it will be staggered since it was parried. So 5 ticks more. 5. And it is opened up for a visceral attack, which I guess Gurman will take. A visceral attack allows him to roll a d12 and add double his strength or skill modifier. That's a 7. So 7 plus 6 plus the 3 from his beasthood. And that's unavoidable damage. Oh wait, actually no, beasthood only adds to physical damage. So no beasthood for that. So 13 points of damage. Still very good, and leaves the Bloodstaff Beast as only 12 HP. And best thing, Gurman doesn't even has to take or has to delay his next action for that. And I guess he will probably move 1 space back just to get the bonus damage on his next scythe attack. And let's adjudicate that just right now, even though it should technically be Eileen's turn first. So that's a 5 plus 1d6. Ooh, that's... Ooh, yeah, that will be enough to finish the Bloodstaff Beast off. Ooh, yeah. That's plenty. So that's 12 plus 5 is 17 plus 3 from his skill plus 3 from his beasthood. So that is 23, I believe, minus 1. So 22. That is more than enough to kill Bloodstaff Beast. Ooh. And that's about it for today's little playtesting battle. It got close at times. It still felt kind of easy, to be honest. It was... I was a little worried that 4 ticks cooldown is too little for the attacks of the BSB, to be honest. But I think... Yeah, no, I mean, some of them might have died, but I don't think this fight would have been close. I might need to buff the Bloodstaff Beast. Maybe increasing the threshold for parrying or dodging its attacks? I don't think I can reduce the cooldown of its attacks even more. Increasing its damage? No, I think maybe I just increase its HP, to be honest. That seems sort of cheap, but I think that's the right move here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. I have another very unnecessary turning something else into a tabletop RPG video planned for probably next week, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal, and see you in the next one. Bye!